Live from Delaware, it's Hoagies and Pierogies! With your hosts, Ian DiCarlo. We're getting a little double down. Chocolate Rain. And RJ Hammond.
I just want some more hot tea in my life. Let's just say he was a good lover.
I'm also recording on Audacity. Speaking of ghosts, Duclaw makes an O's ghost, and the O's ghosted out of the playoffs last night.
That was sad. That sucked. I didn't even have a chance to watch any other games, and it was just so sad that they just lost in such not even tragic fashion. Just got their asses kicked.
Swept for the first time in a year and a half.
That they've lost a series. Yeah, pretty crazy. Or that they've been swept.
Yeah, first time they've been swept regular season or postseason. Well, I mean, they haven't made the post. They didn't make the postseason last year.
If they keep that streak going next year, if they keep putting that up, that's fraud. That doesn't count. You can't do. I know it was only regular season, but you got swept in the playoffs in the first round. If it was like the next round against the Astros,
matters.
If it was the next round against the Astros, I think you could keep it because you could be like, we won a series and we're good. No, can't keep it up. Horrible for Orioles fans.
Well, I figured we mentioned baseball first because we're watching the Phillies game right now.
If I keep looking this way,
top of the second inning.
That's why. And it's already stressful as far as batting's going. Nola looks great so far, but it's been interesting.
Yeah, Bryce Elder, I mean, he's had a good year, but he's
it's a bullpen
susceptible. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a bullpen game for them. I don't know how long he's going to go. I would I would have loved to have been coming back to the bank tonight, only needing one. And it was looking that way the other night until in absolutely amazing play at the end of the game. And
that was incredible. First off, they were down. Braves were down 4-0.
Yep.
And
I thought we had it in the bag at that point. I wasn't counting the win, but I was like, damn, like we're doing good, and people were getting hits, and we left like 11 base runners on base, which is crazy.
I saw that it was you had 9 hits, they had like fucking 6, I think.
They had less hits than they had runs yesterday or the other day. They had like 3 or 4 hits. That's it, and that's completely all that they've had,
and 5 runs.
Which is like, and it was hits that they needed at the right time, but like this, people have been like, oh, the Braves offense has been unlocked. It really hasn't. They kind of shut him down. I think they should have shut Wheeler down the inning before, because it wasn't like the wheels weren't falling off. He was coming off, like he was still throwing strikes or strikeouts and stuff, but there was just something off of it, and people were able to get to him. And I really would have wished we would have just not put him back out there and just trust the bullpen, because our bullpen's pretty solid.
And who else but Austin Riley to put the Braves up? I mean, he's been a powerhouse all year. Fucking incredible. And then Michael Harris Jr. to make the amazing leaping grab that I was sure, I thought it was going to hit off the wall.
I thought that was like a triple the way. I was like, this is so perfect that it's going to bounce to be an easy like triple for the win. Oh, I guess not the win. We'd have to pitch, but
what a throw! And then to get it to the cutoff man, and then cutoff man gets it to first to double off Harper.
And and I'm not too mad about it. I wasn't too mad about it in the moment about like Harper not tagging up. That's how he is. He's an aggressive base runner. I mean, if that happened to hit the wall, then hit him, and it was right there for him. Like, Harper already had a hell of a lead to get to home. Like,
the game would have been tied if it hit off the top of the wall. Yeah. I mean, you have to take that chance, I think.
Yep. I like that. I don't like it, obviously. I would have rather not lost. But it was nice that we didn't just, like, die. Like, just go 1, 2, 3, all strike out. Mm-hmm. And also, I love having a pissed off Bryce Harper, so I'll take that. Like,
that is
there's
first,
nothing better.
That's the first ever 8-5-3 double play in the postseason.
That's crazy.
Ever.
It was a wild fucking play. I mean, just insane. I've watched a couple of the other games, and like, even though I do have to give the Braves fans a little bit of credit because they did kind of come alive towards the end when they finally did something. But this series has been like, I mean, the first game was kind of boring, but all around it's been fun, just like atmosphere wise. It seems like the other ones I don't know as much how it looked because I didn't get to see Baltimore, so I don't know how that looked.
Well, I mean, the other two. Well, first off, yeah, the Orioles just look terrible. The other team that looks terrible, the Dodgers. What all of a sudden is happening to the Dodgers? The Diamondbacks are running away with this.
The Diamondbacks kind of just came back alive.
Quite literally running away with it.
Yeah, they shelled them both games. Dodgers, I've obviously haven't really watched any of the Dodgers unless they played the Phillies, but from what I've heard is they were like fake good. Like they had a good record and everything, but like no one thought that they were really going to go anywhere in the playoffs towards the end. Because something about like their pitching just didn't match up, or their bullpen. I forget what it is.
Right. Well, I mean, they lost Urias to his second domestic violence charge. So
that's right. That was part of it.
One of your top starters out right there. Any chance of you winning Game 1 is kind of like up in the air now.
Plus, you have playoff Kershaw, which is just still one of the craziest like baseball things that like anyone who doesn't believe in like it just gets different in the playoffs is so stupid. Like some people
blew it.
Are just nails in the playoffs, and others are just not. Like Nola was fucking nails in the playoffs last year, and during the season he kind of was like, eh. Same thing with Evaldi.
Yeah, I agree, but it's coming together for them. It's kind of scary how good the Rangers are looking right now.
And they don't even have their top two pitchers that they just got. I don't know if they're their top two really, but you would think at least one of them would be considered a top two. Mm-hmm. But I think if they advance, don't they get Scherzer back?
I believe so. I think so. Did you see him in the locker room?
No.
He was just like shaking the beers and then pouring them on people, and he was so lit.
I love the locker rooms after, like all the locker rooms after championships and playoff wins are fun, but like baseball, like the Phillies locker room had at least 3 inches of beer just on it when they advanced, which was crazy. And then same thing with everyone else. It's just like, let's just dump beer, and there's just thousands of empty Budweiser cans in there.
Oh my god. The other two series, this one's actually good. The Phillies Braves tied 1-1 right now. Game 3 on, obviously. But the other one that I am
low scoring affair, I think.
Yeah, it will be. That I'm intrigued by is the Astros Twins.
Twins not just laying down and dying. They ended that streak that we talked about, I think.
Right.
Which is an insane streak to have over that long of a time. They did the opposite to the Orioles, actually. Kind of. They just were continuously getting sweeped, and now they didn't. There's some teams in this playoff that are remaining that are like fun stories. Like the Phillies are always like a fun story, I feel like people say, because they love watching the bank. Diamondbacks are like a young, fun team. Rangers are different. And then same with the Twins. Twins have like this story of like, hey, we've just sucked dick in the playoffs for the longest time, and now they're like showing some fight.
And Correa's getting some revenge on the Astros. I don't know if you would even call it revenge because he won some, titles with them. But the series
too many other people to pay.
Yeah, the series was tied 1-1 until yesterday when they got shelled by the Astros. It was like 9-2 or something like that.
Yep.
Let's see here. Let me check real quick. I don't want to get that wrong. 9-1.
Now you got fat versus fat.
Fat versus fat?
Yeah, Lance Lynn versus whatever the guy's last name is Fat, I'm pretty sure. Or is that a different series?
Oh, that's in the Dodgers Diamondbacks.
Oh, that's
series.
right.
Yeah.
You got the fat pitcher and then the guy whose last name is like Fat.
Yeah, Brandon Fat and Fat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Fat. And then Lance Lynn, of course, always yelling, "Motherfucker!" into his glove.
God damn it.
But Christian Javier showed up yesterday. The playoff Christian Javier for the Astros.
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy gets me. That was the no-hitter.
Yeah.
No-hitter. I'm not a fan of his.
Fuck him. Okay, let's see here. Anything else for baseball?
Well, we'll see how this goes. They just hit I think it was Acuna, just hit a double. It's a good hit. Just right up the first base line. Yeah, it was
Yes, he
Acuna.
did. Yep.
It's good.
Making
That's
an
good.
impact.
Immediately after I said this will be a low-scoring affair. They haven't
I
scored
mean,
yet,
hey,
but
there's still no score.
runner in scoring position. But yeah, that's all I got.
I'm wearing the Penguins throwback
Yep, hockey
in
started.
honor of hockey starting yesterday, and the Penguins blowing the game against the the Chicago Bears. I guess.
Connor Bedard, first point. God damn it, they just scored. Connor Bedard, first point and first win in the NHL. I thought
that
I
was
was
exciting.
getting double Philly tonight because I thought the Flyers played, but they don't play till tomorrow. I think tomorrow, everyone. We're recording this on Wednesday. What's today's date?
The 11th.
Tomorrow is the first sports equinox of the year. No, it's not. Fuck, we still need basketball. Damn. Fucking basketball.
Basketball.
But it's damn close because I
behind.
think I think tomorrow is like an entire not day, but most of the day of hockey with when they have those games starting every like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
That's
forgot
it.
about that.
It's one of those that's gonna be crazy. I know there's a lot of games coming up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this weekend or something.
Maybe it's this weekend. Yeah, maybe you're right. Oh, is it Saturday?
What if it were on Friday the 13th? Woo!
Wait, when is it? Is it Sunday? When are they doing this shit? Okay, it's somewhere further in the season. I was way off. I think it's later in October.
Oh well.
Anyway,
That would be a good way to start off the season, I think.
I know that's what they should do.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said when you brought it up the first
I think
time.
it is. Yeah, and then have the Knights either be the ones to start it off or the ones to end it.
Right. Yeah, I agree. But that was kind of that was kind of awesome when they brought in the Stanley Cup yesterday in the car.
If you've never seen the Stanley Cup in person, I got lucky one time where I was somewhere where they brought it. It's an absolute spectacle, and it's beautiful seeing the names etched in. I mean, I'm getting like goosebumps thinking about it. It's like by far the best trophy in sports, and I can't like. If the Flyers ever win one, I'll be the most obnoxious person in the world
at that parade.
Oh, I will be at that parade. I mean, now that I'm here, I will be at any parade we have now. Now that I'm an hour and a half away, fuck yeah. There we go.
I've never been to or I've never seen the Stanley Cup. I've seen the Super Bowl trophies that they keep in like the Steelers thing, but that's it.
I mean, they're still cool. I'd have to say, I might have to put the World Series trophy at number 2 out of like all of them. I kind of like the flags. Like, it's kind of unique, kind of cool. You can't drink out of it or anything, but
right.
I enjoy it. It's different. Like, basketball, it's just a basketball. Football, it's just a silver football. Like, it's different.
All right, quick ranking of trophies.
All right.
Stanley Cup number 1, I think.
All right, so I gave you my first 2. I'll just finish up my top 4, I guess. So, obviously, Stanley Cup. Then World Series, then Super Bowl, then NBA. I feel like no one gives a fuck about the NBA title. If you want to get even further, World Cup trophy is pretty fucking dope, but we don't need to go that deep.
I don't know. I feel like the NBA one is kind of iconic. I think it's in the same vein as the Super Bowl one. So they're kind of like on the same playing field for me. Just one's gold, one's silver.
I guess maybe it's because I don't watch basketball as much, and like it feels like a lot of the finals up until recently are like kind of blowouts, like not that exciting. So it doesn't have that same. I feel like if it was like not 90s, early 2000s, when I guess there were still dynasties, but you still, I don't know, it felt like it meant more back then. I don't know.
I miss so much the crystal football from the BCS National Championship.
That was the best thing ever.
It was the best. I think it's not the best. I think that's number 2 to the Stanley Cup.
Well, best thing for college football. The new one sucks.
I fucking hate the new one. It's just like a fucking cylinder.
It's just like the ESPN logo, not like ESPN's logo, but the ESPN college football logo, like the
It's
college
like you
football
would,
playoff logo. That's it.
yeah, it's like a weekend trophy you would get at a tournament or something. Like
Well, that's what
it's shitty. I don't know.
it's kind of
It's
why
it's
I
just
like.
big.
God, all those collapsing. But
That's okay.
like,
They'll have another game.
Yeah, it'll be all right. God damn, what was I thinking about? Oh,
About the
yeah,
football.
and that's why I think that the college football one will eventually move on move on from the NCAA because the trophy isn't even like an NCAA trophy. It's like an ESPN trophy because the whole college football playoff is an ESPN thing.
I think they should introduce a new trophy next year with the new format. I think they should.
They absolutely should. It's like unveiling a new title in WWE. It's about time.
It is. It really is. And it's about time we get into some college football. Week 6.
I think you typed out all these, and I was looking through scores and stuff because I didn't watch, and I was like, is there anything else I want to talk about? I think you pretty much nailed everything we need to talk about here.
Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure this was like the big stuff that happened. A lot of teams were on byes this week.
Yes.
Oregon, Washington, and Penn State.
This was the week where I didn't expect a lot to happen, and some shit did happen, but mostly it was kind of par for the course. Found out a lot about some teams. I'm misspeaking. I learned a lot about some teams this weekend.
Well, in the big game of the weekend, it was a great 12 o'clock game. Oklahoma and Texas.
And game always delivers. Except last
Red
year.
River rivalry.
That game is just my favorite. I said it last week. It's like my favorite college football game. I get so amped up for it. Being on the Texas side and not being able to watch as much, I was so upset. But
the game started
Oklahoma
out crazy. First four possessions, Texas interception, Oklahoma TD off that interception, Texas interception again, then an Texas blocked an Oklahoma punt for a touchdown.
Texas, Quinn Ewers started off so bad with those 2 interceptions, and then he threw like 19 straight completions. So I do think Texas is still good, and I think this says a lot more about Oklahoma than Texas. I think they're probably going to meet up again in the Big 12 championship, unless one of them trips somehow somewhere. I think that's what the Big 12 championship should be. Because, my God, Oklahoma looked fucking good. I mean, very impressive. Defense, impressive. Quarterback, Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah. I think Texas blew that game. Mm-hmm. Texas absolutely blew that game.
Prevent
Clutch.
Defense.
They drove down the field to tie it at 27. They drove down the field again to go up 30-27 with 1 minute 17 left. Oklahoma had no timeouts. Prevent never fucking prevents. I don't know.
It does prevent. What? It does prevent. It prevents you from fucking winning.
Yeah, okay. Yes, it does prevent you from winning. I don't understand. I really don't understand the logic behind letting them get these chunk plays and allowing so much open field. Just play normal fucking defense.
I don't know either.
It doesn't make any sense to me. What?
Because then you're just giving up. You're just leaving so much space where letting if they get the ball to make a move.
Oklahoma walked into the end zone in 30 seconds. They scored with 43 seconds left to go. They had so much time left.
I talked about it. Their defensive line is good. Like, they can get pressure, at least get pressure on him to make him have some errant throws. Don't just give him all the time in the world, because then eventually someone's going to be open.
Right, and Oklahoma fucked up so much. I'm surprised they still won. Oklahoma fucked up a lot, and Texas fucked up a lot, and they were both just I don't know. I think it was kind of sloppy. It was 17-14 at the half.
I mean, it still hit the over, which it was sloppy for sure because all those mistakes at the beginning. But that's just that game. That game just has shit like that. It's one of those college football games where if there isn't a blocked field goal or 2 interceptions or some weird plays,
then it's But the thing that I'm getting at with saying that is that Oklahoma leapfrogged all of the bye week teams by beating
It's an
Texas.
impressive win.
Oregon, Washington State, and Penn State. I really figured they would stay behind.
Because you beat the team
I figured they would be
above
8.
them. You beat a team that they already had above them, and yeah, you kind of do get dinged for not playing. But it's kind of like the same at the end of the year. And because they hadn't beaten anyone, and now they beat a team who had an impressive win with Alabama, an impressive win last week with Kansas. So I do get it. I think if Penn State was going to stay where they were, and people were going to leapfrog them until that we got to Michigan or Ohio State's the first one, and then Oregon, Washington, one of those teams will be up there this week after they play. That will figure itself out. So I think one of those teams should absolutely jump Oklahoma depending on how that game goes, because I think it's very interesting. But yeah, a hell of a win by Oklahoma. I thought they were fake.
Are there any good? Oh
There's
shit!
A lot of good games.
Well, one team will definitely go up because Washington is playing Oregon.
Yeah, that's
at Washington. Holy shit!
Were you listening to me? I just said that word for word.
I thought you meant they'll definitely be after they play this week. I thought you meant after one of them plays.
Got it. I didn't say when they play each other this week.
No, yeah.
I gotcha. My bad.
No, Washington's a 3-point favorite right now. I think it.
Yeah, because it's at Washington. That's a fucking.
I do think
game.
I'd take Washington. Just money line.
I don't know what I'd do. I don't even know what I'll do. I'll be at work, unfortunately. Oh wait, what time's that game at?
3:30.
Oh yeah, god damn it! Why couldn't that be a fucking? Oh, let's go, Castellanos, baby! Woo! I just blew out everything.
I'd like to apologize to the fans, and there's a Castellanos home run deep to the left center.
Where's the mute button? God damn it.
It's all good.
Let's go! Let's fucking go!
But, the ring finger.
Okay.
We got a couple interesting matchups here.
Yeah.
UCLA, Oregon State next week. Miami, North Carolina next week. USC, Notre Dame.
Lost some of its glow, kind of.
It kind of did.
Those dumb
It
fucks.
did.
Let's just talk about that real quick. What was that? What the hell was
holy
that?
Shit. This is
What the fuck
this
was
was
that?
to end the night. This is what I woke up to on Sunday.
Just fucking, all you had to do was kneel. And apparently the running back had 99 yards, and they wanted to get him to 100, and that's why they ran it, and then they didn't. They just fumbled it and lost the fucking game. And they had a lot.
He did get to 100, 3 yards, and then he fumbled.
Yeah. I guess you're not wrong there. They did get him to 100.
Just steal the ball.
See, if I was on that team and I was the player, I would 100%. After a couple days, I'd be like, Coach, we at least got him to 100. I'd have to say something.
Yeah, you would have to. That's so.
And they were looking impressive.
Dumb.
There were so many teams this weekend that I thought looked impressive and disappointed in their games.
The thing was with Miami, Georgia Tech had to go a pretty far way to win.
Yeah, and
it wasn't like they were right there on their own 20-yard line. They were on Miami's 20-yard line. They were on their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, and it's first of all, Miami, you shouldn't even be in that. I know I say college football is weird and shit like that happens, but the way you beat Texas A&M, you beat the shit out of Texas A&M. They never truly had a chance, and you play a game like that against Georgia Tech, and you lose like that. You had a very clear path, Miami, to be back.
Embarrassing.
And you just blow it. Unbelievable.
Completely embarrassing.
I'm disgusted, to be honest. Disgusted. I've been waiting for these old teams to finally, these old teams that I never experienced, to be back, and they just want to punch me in the back of the head every week.
Yeah.
Or every year.
Another game where I think someone fucked up a lot was Maryland at Ohio State. Was almost 14-0 before the first quarter ended. Should have been 14-0, and then before halftime, they fucked up, threw a pass in the middle of the field, didn't have a timeout, didn't have enough time to clock it to get the field goal. So even though it should have been 13-10 at half.
Yeah.
That gave Ohio State some momentum, and they won pretty handily, 37-17.
It was an impressive win for Ohio State, and I think they're kind of rolling into form. They're rolling into form right in time to have us next weekend. Which
I was like, thank God there's a tune-up game for Penn State this week.
yeah, we need it. Maryland, they're still good. They're still a good team. They still could win like 9 games. They don't have that hard of a schedule. They'll lose to Michigan and Penn State probably. I'm still a little scared, I'll be honest, because Maryland, Talia can kind of light it up sometimes.
Right.
But it's on to it's the Big Ten. It's just let's just wait until all 3 play each other and figure out what happens.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, Massachusetts is 1-6, so.
Yeah.
I mean, fingers crossed, knock on fucking wood.
Yeah,
we're gonna win.
Northwestern game.
Yeah. But
All
Massachusetts is even worse.
Where
you were interested in the LSU Mizzou game, which was like one of the most exciting games I think this week.
Because Mizzou had been looking so good, and LSU's defense was so bad lately that I was like, Mizzou might have a fucking chance here, and they were close. For some reason, 42-39 looks like a much bigger win than it is. It's only a 3-point win, but it looks so different. I don't know why. It looks like 11 points just looking at the score, but
Mizzou,
Jay Daniels is damn good.
Yeah. Mizzou was almost in field goal range, and then LSU forced a fumble to put them out of field goal range, and they lost.
That's tough.
So, yeah.
I mean, impressive for Mizzou.
It was. It pretty much was.
I think LSU, if LSU didn't already have like 2 losses and probably won't be in the playoff, I think you could probably put I mean, even still, you could put him in the conversation for the Heisman because he's a really fucking good quarterback and he puts up a lot of numbers. His defense he has the Caleb Williams problem right now. That LSU defense is bad.
Yeah, they are. But you wouldn't think that. Like, for some reason, the LSU defense has a different pedigree than the USC defense, even though they're pretty much the same this year.
Yeah, LSU's is probably just a little bit better simply because it's not Lincoln, whoever that guy is, the defensive coordinator there.
Right.
But, yeah, like, LSU just lets up hella points every week. It's fun. They have fun games every week, so there's that at least. It's always like, oh, got to tune into LSU to see how many points they score this week.
This was a game that I was looking forward to, but I did not end up watching. I don't know what the fuck I was doing on Saturday night. Notre Dame at Louisville. Louisville comes away victorious pretty convincingly, 33-20.
Notre Dame, another team that's just been disappointing. I mean, I thought Sam Hartman was like the fix for them. And Louisville, who has not that hard of a schedule. It's probably not going to happen, but there is a possibility they could be the TCU of last year, where I think they play Florida State, and that's their only like big like stepping stone that they'd have to pass, and then of course ACC championship. But
they
kind of stepped up against Notre Dame,
right? They have Pitt, Duke, Virginia.
No, Duke's better than okay.
Yeah, then last 2 weeks are Miami and then Kentucky. So the last couple weeks are a little bit tough.
Okay, I think I had thought that initially because Miami looked a lot worse before the season, and then same with Duke. I didn't think they were going to be as good as there, so a little bit tougher than I initially thought.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's the reason why we said that the USC Notre Dame game was going to be it was going to have a little less weight to it.
It's very. I mean, it means a lot more for USC than it does for Notre Dame now. I mean, Notre Dame.
It does. Yeah.
still have, do their thing, whatever, to try and beat them. But
But dude, who the fuck knows if USC can fend off Notre Dame? They had to go to overtime to beat Arizona.
I think hell, Arizona's offense might be better than Notre Dame's. I think they just don't have it figured out over at Notre Dame. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, USC's going to win in a rout against Notre Dame, because I thought they were going to come pissed off against Duke. I thought they were going to come out pissed off against Louisville, fucking crush both those teams, and they barely won against Duke, and Louisville, they just lost. I think they're just not
USC has been on a downward trend too. Almost losing to Colorado, having to go to overtime against Arizona. I think this might be the week that they lose. It's just kind of snowballing a little bit.
It's still very possible of the college football logic of no team is the same. It's a week by week thing when it comes to college football, a lot, and just in football in general. And I don't know what Notre Dame I'm going to get. If it's the Notre Dame I've been watching, then I just don't think they can score enough points to keep up with USC. USC's defense might be that bad. I don't think their offense is going to be good enough to even keep up, no matter how good their defense is. But I do see your side of I wouldn't be surprised if I look up and Audric Estime has 250 yards and 4 touchdowns for some reason. Because he's damn good.
Yeah, he's damn good, and that USC defense is just always getting shredded. Damn awful. Disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, 9 hours after that USC game, the Jags played for the second week in a row in London.
Whooped up on the Bills.
Yeah, they might actually want to move to London.
I'm that might have been the easiest bet of my entire life that I ever placed. I bet the Jags and the over the next morning. Even though I was at a wedding with Bills fans, I was like, these Bills fans have had too much fun this weekend. They're going to be groggy. They're not going to be ready to go for this London game. And the Jags have already been there. The Bills flew there Thursday, I think. That's crazy.
Yeah, they went there late.
Yeah.
How far of a flight
is yeah, Bryce! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Just hammered.
Shit. You don't want to piss off Bryce?
Absolutely hammered. Bryce Harper, 3-run home run. 110 miles an hour, 408 feet.
That was a fucking bomb.
That was a mammoth home run.
I feel
holy shit.
These audio levels, we might need a warning for people. Holy tits. I just exploded over here. I need to change my pants.
That's totally okay. That is totally okay.
I'm pretty sure I stood up.
Holy shit.
Stop. I'm pretty sure I stood up.
Or no, that's not stop. That's fucking bomb. Fucking bomb.
All right, I'm sorry. I definitely stood up and went fuck it and just started screaming.
That is okay. That's totally okay.
Moving on. Yeah, Bill.
Oh, he crushed that.
Oh my God,
that's not even fucking fair.
The bank.
Bryce Harper, you animal.
Glued. I just saw the bank go fucking nuts out of the corner of my eye, and I saw Bryce just standing there, and I was like, oh.
For a second, I thought it might be foul, but thank God it wasn't.
Oh my God, that would have been awful. Back to NFL. I think that was just a dumb move by the Bills. Jags, they've kind of have. I feel like just as an organization, they've been there so much, they have it down. They don't lose much there, and a lot of points are not scored there.
That's what I was gonna say. How long is the flight to London from New York?
8 hours, I think. 12. Eesh. But you also have to adjust for 5 hour, 6 hour different time zone.
I think it's a 5 hour
yeah
forward.
So there's that. Jet lag is a bitch.
How long is the flight to the West Coast, you know?
Yeah, but
is it 5-6 hours?
It's It might be 3. No, not 3. Definitely not 3. Probably 5
It's
or
not 3.
6.
It takes 2 hours to get from like Baltimore and Florida.
Yeah, it's probably 5 or 6. Yeah, but it's like it's just very different. I feel like I've never done it. Like time zones are crazy. The only time I ever was in a different time zone was when we were in Costa Rica. We were technically in Central, but they don't do daylight savings, so it was 2 hours behind. And that was crazy. I was like wide awake at 4 a.m. I was wide awake at like 4 or 5 a.m. and then ready to go to bed by like 8. It was very odd. So
I might be ready to go to bed by 8 tonight.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that really is a great excuse.
They should have gotten there earlier. Like I think they planned better for when they play West Coast games and stuff. And it's
right. But I also heard that like it's not. I don't know. Like maybe they didn't want to get their bodies adjusted to it since they're going right back home anyway.
Yeah.
So
like
don't give your body time to adjust.
Maybe they were just like, let's just get over there and see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah,
they'll be fine. I think they're still. I don't think this changes anything for them. I think they're still a damn good team.
Yeah, but God damn it, dude. Evan Neal.
Shut up and block, you bitch.
Yeah. It was hilarious. He told the fans that it was. I don't have the exact quote here, but he was like, "It's funny that the fans that are out there flipping hot dogs and hamburgers are trying to give us advice."
Did you see the New York radio guy like lose his shit over this? I would have to find it again. Maybe you can add it in, but he lost his mind on Evan Neal, and it was an absolute beautiful rant. It was fantastic. And I just we got to put that in because that was fucking just disrespectful, man. I mean, the Giants are having a hell of a season. Shut your goddamn mouth.
Seriously, he should be telling that to the Patriots.
The thing that I've heard around the league, or I've heard people say when it comes to fans like yelling at players and stuff, is like, if it's your own players, like this team we've been here with this team before you were here, and we're gonna be here after you're here. So don't fucking disrespect us.
Right? Yeah.
You'd think as a Giants hater, I'd probably be like, haha, like your fans suck, but like Giants fans are good fans. I'll admit that they're good fans, and you don't need to be saying that shit.
Haha, Daniel Jones broke his neck. Not good at all.
No. Horrible.
Apparently, it's not major.
No.
That's what I heard earlier.
I don't think Brian Daboll likes Daniel Jones very much while watching that game. I just the body language between them two.
Just frustrated, just extremely frustrated, and I understand it.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. But is it as bad as the Patriots?
You guys stink. Mac Jones is
fucking
not the guy.
Suck. Please just shoot me, dude. Mac Jones has as many pick sixes at Gillette as Tom Brady did his entire career.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if you were going to bring that stat up, because I heard that stat, and I was like, oh, I'm putting that in my back pocket.
Burn it down and start over. Just burn down Gillette Stadium. Leave the lighthouse if you want to. I don't
build a bigger one.
Losing to the Saints 34-0 at home is disgraceful.
The Saints, who have looked really bad lately, like not great at all. That was embarrassing.
I guess Derek Carr's shoulder is also just okay.
Yeah, that was. Just, I thought we were going to get a couple weeks of Jameis, and then we didn't.
Jameis would have done the same thing. Jameis may have had 8 touchdowns against them.
Jameis might have tore you guys up.
Completely awful, dude. Put Malik Cunningham in, please. Just do literally anything besides what we've had the past 2 years.
Came out today and said Mac's the guy.
I know, and he's starting against the Raiders, and he probably wants to start against the Raiders.
Not the Raiders again.
Because of last year.
At least Chandler Jones isn't around this time.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I took that out of the itinerary last week. I guess he. Well,
We don't need
first
to talk
off,
about it. I just threw it out there.
wait, I really want to find this tweet because it was hilarious. Chandler Jones tweet. Not tweet.
He like lost his mind. He was tweaking. I don't know what he was.
He was
tweaking
like,
on,
there's
but
something
he was
like
tweaking.
absolutely wrong with him. Because remember when he was with the, I think he was with the Patriots still when he went to the police station and he was like, "Help me, I'm on K2."
Nice.
Holy shit! Okay, bases clearing double 6-1.
I kept my cool that time.
Nice.
Where you want to go next, Ian? You want to talk?
But yeah, it's just going to be embarrassing. The Patriots are going to lose. It's going to be stupid.
You're gonna have an up and down year. You just better. You're gonna be wishing that you're just losing games. I mean, it's a deep quarterback draft. I don't know if you're actually gonna do that. To be honest, like, do you think if you have I don't. If you guys are like, knowing Bill, if you guys
Bill's
are like
not going to be
10,
the GM after this year. I can tell you that much.
Well,
they're going to
that
find a
would help.
GM or appoint someone else because it's not going to be Bill.
Like, say if you're in the
I think
8
the fans have fucking had enough.
to 12 range. If it is Bill, I don't see you guys doing it. If it's not Bill, then yeah, you have to.
I don't see us. Do you think we're going to make it to the 8 to 12 range? We're going to be top 5 easily.
You never know. You never know. Like,
are you kidding me? I was so happy the Bears actually beat the Commanders.
that was a spanking.
Yeah, 40-20.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
gross.
So let's go there next, actually. The Lions are legit.
They are fucking good.
And
They
I just
are.
want to say, is David Montgomery the best free agent signing so far this year? Of the offseason?
He's just like, they're just using him like Jamal Williams last year. Like, they've started to use, well, Gibbs was out, but they started to use Gibbs a little bit more, and then Montgomery's just gotten all like the red zone handoffs, and it's just all together. I think a lot of good running back moves have been made in the offseason by a lot of teams.
He gets him to the red zone, though. He doesn't vulture those touches. 6 touchdowns in his first 4 games with him.
And I think at this point you gotta put the Lions up there as like a top 3 team in the NFC. I think after the Cowboys this weekend, what they did, and their loss to the Cardinals already, and the Lions beat the fucking Super Bowl champions on opening night, I think they're easily like 1, 2, 3 with the Eagles and the 49ers.
Yes.
They can put up points with anyone.
Yeah, with Jameson Williams back, I had to decline the trade. I was like, maybe keeping him is a little bit better.
I thought I made it juicy enough for you. I was like,
But
I
did you
saw
see
he
my
had
counter?
stats, and I was like, fuck yeah. No, I didn't. I haven't opened the app in a little bit.
Okay.
Let's do a live look. Let's see. There's gonna be some bullshit.
I don't think it's bullshit, but you probably won't do it.
Oh. Oh. I gotta think that over. I can't commit to that yet, but I'm not saying no.
What was it again?
But
I know
he's
it was
had-
Garrett Wilson and Jameson Williams on my side.
For Travis
For who?
Etienne.
For Travis Etienne, yeah.
If the Commanders had looked better against the Bears and Brian Robinson had a good game, I might be like, yeah, I'm confident with having Brian Robinson, but we'll see. Because
I got you.
yeah. I don't want to go from having a plethora of running backs and not a lot of wide receivers to having too many wide receivers and not enough running backs.
Switching one problem for another.
Yeah. We'll see. I got to think about it. That's an interesting one. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Speaking of Garrett Wilson, though, I'm actually so happy for the Jets.
Fuck the Broncos, man. Fuck Russell Wilson.
Fuck the Broncos. Fuck Sean Payton. What the fuck? Go to hell.
I don't know how they scored that many points, though, because Zach Wilson didn't even have 200 yards. It's just Brees Hall was running up and down the yard.
Oh, he had a monster game. That was so... I was, like I said, so happy for him. To just shove it in their fucking face like that. I think the
Ian,
team
how
was.
did they?
I think there was a pick six and a fumble recovery or something.
The score is 31-21, and the Jets have one offensive touchdown by Brees Hall. What? Oh my God, the Broncos are so bad.
The Broncos are terrible.
How many kicking points did this guy have? He kicked... What? Wait. Oh, kick return. Oh, he had 5 field goals. Holy
5 field goals
fuck.
is still only, 15 points.
And 2 extra points.
Find 16 more. Oh, yeah, 16 more somehow.
Jesus. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
God. I hope they go on a little bit of a tear. I kind of hope they make the playoffs with Zach Wilson. Like, I love Zach Wilson now.
I really don't think they look that bad with him since that. I mean, that Chiefs game, he proved it. I feel like something switched in him that he was like, all right, I can fucking do this. And you kind of saw it in Hard Knocks a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a different Zach Wilson.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's learned. I think he was young and dumb. I think he's still got potential. And you know what other just pretty-faced white boy is turning it around again? Joe Burrow's reeling me back in. I know it was against the Cardinals, but I was watching highlights, and he was just running in circles around the Cardinals for one play. It was crazy.
That's not who I thought you were going to say.
Oh, I don't know who you thought I was going to say.
Kenny Pickett.
Oh, yeah, that was a damn good throw down the sideline. He plays really good against the, like, not overall, but against the Ravens, he's like just been clutch. He's had such clutch touch. The one last year was a damn good throw.
It was, and he audibled into that play to Pickett.
Because Matt Canada was pissed.
Yeah, he was. Oh, just no reaction to the touchdown that won them the game.
I don't know why if quarterbacks like really think the offense sucks. I mean, it's a lot more work, but like, I'd say go behind their back and figure something out with your wide receivers, but just like make your own offense and audible out, or just like always audible. Just be like, fuck your plays. This is stupid.
If your wide receivers catch it, which the Ravens wide receivers dropped fucking everything on Sunday.
Guess who one of them was?
Zay Flowers.
No, well, yes.
Rashad Bateman.
Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar.
He was a culprit again of dropped balls.
That's how many players were dropping balls all day. That wasn't even going to be my third guess.
I think the Ravens, like, they're just weird at the beginning. I think if Lamar stays healthy, they can round into form and maybe be scary in the playoffs, but that was ugly, man. Like, Lamar,
it was ugly.
I just am like screaming from the mountains, like, get Lamar a fucking wide receiver. And I thought Zay Flowers was it, and then he has all those drops, and maybe he'll just be fine the rest of the year. But like,
I do think he is
shit.
it. I do like Zay Flowers a lot, but like, he needs a year under his belt.
You just like fucking catch the ball.
But that game was insane. A blocked punt for a safety, an interception by Joey Porter Jr. When the Ravens should not have been throwing it like that.
No.
And then the last play of the game, reverse to the Georgia Tech Miami game. Steelers tried to kneel it out at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it was clear to anyone that's not stupid as fucking complaining about this that the Ravens would have got the ball back with like 7 seconds left, down 7.
Oh.
All right, fine. So they start kneeling the ball, but then there's a penalty on the Steelers which stops the clock.
Oh.
So then the Ravens got the ball back with like just under a minute or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember because Reagan was watching in the passenger seat,
and people were bitching up a storm about the decision to kneel it instead of just running the ball. I was like, what?
I mean,
what are you gonna do about like? I don't
they'd
understand.
have to go down and score. It's not like they need to get into Justin Tucker rings. They hadn't scored all day. Like they had one touchdown.
It was the right call.
Yeah.
I tried telling someone on Twitter. I was like, yeah, it was probably the right call. I mean, did you even watch the Miami game? And someone responded. They were like, the Steelers were just living in a sum of their fears. I said, don't give me that bullshit poetic answer. It was the right choice. Shut the fuck up.
That's dumb.
It was dumb. It was stupid. Phillies going to the fourth inning.
That was a great
Bottom of
inning
the-
by that was a
bottom of
great
the fourth
fucking inning by Nola.
Hell yeah. Quick. Precise. Commandful. Commandful. Ooh, excuse me.
Who else? You know, any game the Titans are involved in, I just don't care. Anthony Richardson got hurt, which sucks, and he's out 4 to 8 weeks. But Colts are not that bad.
Yeah, that does. A lot of people went on fucking IR this week.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's on IR. Who else? Fucking two players on the Bills are likely out for the season
yeah,
too.
yeah. Sonny,
Matt Milano
I think-
and
Matt Milano, Sonny Milano.
yeah, and someone else, another starter. So that fucking sucks for the Bills. That's what happens when you get there on Thursday.
Yeah. CJ Stroud set. I mean, he's just setting records left and right. They lost, but the Falcons. Watch out for the Falcons. I'm on watch for the Falcons. They're sneaky. I think they're
Hey,
sneaky.
yeah, they are.
Their
I think I'm
defense
back
is
to trusting
kinda
Ritter.
Good. Their defense is kind of good.
They are.
And in that weak division, you know, maybe round into form, start including Bijan more. That overhead view of his touchdown is
Beautiful.
football
Catching
guy
it
porn.
and then juking behind his, like, with it behind his back. It was like
I was
some
like-
NFL street shit. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, this guy didn't have control of the ball until he was in the end zone. Like, true control.
It was awesome. Oh, I love those views.
I think
There
we
is
got-
another one of him duking.
Yes. I think there's 3 games we haven't talked about left. We got Chiefs, Vikings, Cowboys, Niners, Raiders, Packers. Where you want to go?
Well, since we said Justin Jefferson's on IR, let's go into that one.
Chiefs just keep rolling.
They do.
I feel like they are a little bit more vulnerable than last year, but they just haven't. Like, I think the Lions were able to expose it, and they haven't played anyone else that's been able to expose it. Minnesota might be like full tank. Like, they could possibly. I think it's too late. Like the Jets, I don't think the Jets want Kirk anymore if they were ever.
Yeah,
wanted
they're
him.
pretty bad.
So I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, are they gonna blow it up? Like,
Yeah. I don't
not
know.
even blow it up. Just blow it up to get a quarterback. Really, you don't need to blow it up.
Well, I did pick up Jordan Addison in my work league.
That's smart.
So
That's smart.
I think he's going to go off for a little bit. But I mean,
don't blame
Patrick
you.
Mahomes was being Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce told Taylor Swift to stay home this week.
We do have the Swifties on our side for real grass now, because Travis Kelce was out for 2 plays because of something that happened with the turf, and the Swifties are after the turf now.
Dude, he slipped, and I thought that looked pretty bad.
Yeah, like everyone was thinking
Non-contact.
ACL.
Yeah, I was
Or
like,
Achilles.
oh, there's a non-zero chance there.
Yeah.
I was worried for him at first, but then he came back out and scored a touchdown. So
Yeah, he was fine.
I've been listening a lot to New Heights.
Oh, nice.
And dude, it is really funny when they're like every single episode since the season started, they've been saying, "All right, we got something really important that we've been wanting to mention for a little while now. So and so and so and so," and they don't mention Taylor Swift at all.
That's funny.
Another double from the fucking Phillies. Let's go.
I love Brandon Marsh.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, the one that doesn't wash his hair.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the Raiders Packers game. Like, Jordan Love, Raiders, they're going to be a middle team all year. They're just going to be weird.
This is supposed to be the Packers' savior, Jordan Love.
And he looked good to start, and it's not great now.
It is not. It has not been good for a couple weeks now.
No. And then the Niners just are a rolling ball of chainsaws right now. They're
Niners
very
are
scary.
fucking rolling, dude. It's insane. Did you see Brock Purdy's MVP chances went from plus 3,000 to plus 800, I think, or plus
He's
500?
making. I know that
I think it was
like
plus
offense,
550.
I know that offense helps a quarterback a lot, but he's making some throws. Like he's he might be like a top 10 quarterback this year right now. Like this year, maybe even top 5 so far. Like he has been very impressive throwing. They haven't played anyone. We'll see what they do when. I mean, the Cowboys were supposed to be someone. They're not, just like always. Like I said at the beginning of the year, I said, Cowboys fans, just wait. And Micah Parsons is just always saying something annoying after they lose or win.
Yeah.
He's always saying something stupid. But yeah, Brock's
just stay off.
good.
Just stay off the internet for a little bit.
Well, he has a podcast, I'm realizing. That's why he's saying
Who, Micah
something every week.
Parsons?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
he's got
know
like
that.
a Bleacher Report podcast, I guess, and I'm like, oh, that's why he's saying. That's why I'm always getting quotes every week that make me angry because he has a fucking podcast, of course. But yeah, Christian McCaffrey, you could put him in the conversation for MVP. Like he's been stellar. They're just rolling, and the only saving grace I have is maybe they're playing their best ball now, and that's the best that it's going to get whenever we match up. I know we play in the regular season, but more importantly in the playoffs if we match up. And we've just been slowly getting better and better. I feel like every week we've had stuff to build on, and we've built on it. And I think by the time that time comes around, we'll be rolling, and we'll see if they hold on to that. But man, they're scary. I am truly scared of them.
The Eagles definitely got the shove going against the Rams. We didn't even talk about that one.
Yeah, I didn't. I watched it. I didn't have much to say about it. I was very happy with it. It was an impressive win. I was happy with the way we looked. Jalen looked poised. I know there was Jason Kelsey and Devontae looked frustrated on the sidelines at points, and I think they're just. And Jalen said it too last week after A.J. Brown. He's like, they're all competitors. We all want to play to our best, and when we're not playing to our best, like people are going to get frustrated. And
right,
yeah, it was just a great win. I was very happy with it. DeAndre Swift is a fucking man. I love that guy. I'm so happy that he came to us.
I love the one of hit them in the backfield saying that with the script and everything. It's like Kelsey, Hurts, Swift.
Mm-hmm. That one was good. Well, did you see the one that says Kelsey's Cox, Hurts, Swift?
No.
I love the Eagles fans.
That is great.
All right, I think that's all I got. I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, let's go finish this ball game. Let's go win a ball game.
Fucking close it out this time, Phillies.
Absolutely.
Come on, let's do it. All right.
Man.
Yep. I'm cheering for the Phillies tonight. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
The P stands for Philly.
We'll take it.
Pilly.
Pilly.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, Instagram,
comment,
everywhere.
subscribe.
Listen on Spotify.
Shout out.
Make sure to follow us on Spotify to get notified whenever we post an episode.
And automatically download.
Yes, set it to automatically download. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, everybody. We leave you with this.
Deuces.
Deuces. Much.